Hello guys and welcome to Talk the Barca. Today we're going to be talking about Copa del Rey round of 32 match review as Barcelona battled Intercity 4-3 in that game and it went to the extra time. But now please don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. Click that notification bell as we're going to be sharing with you all this, and please, we know that you're not gonna miss any of this video if you click that notification bell, and it will help the channel to grow. I would truly appreciate for you to do that. Please don't forget also guys to share your thoughts in this video. And yes, we're gonna be sharing with you starting lineup, player performance, as we know that Xavi came all out trying to also rest some of the players and give some of the players a chance. But now this time around, it seems like there were a few things that he did wrong. So we really have to now look at ourselves and start considering selling players. Also, we have to give it to Intercity because they came into this game with a good plan for them. I think their plan worked for them because they came and defend 5-4-1 formation that they actually came in, and they actually came for counterattacks and set pieces because they know they are playing with their high pressing team. So now with that, you really have to give it to them because yes, it's a small team and they have to play it safe, and they did that. They almost disappointed Barcelona, and they almost actually took us out of this competition, which now that was gonna actually put Xavi into more trouble. But now when you're looking at the Xavi starting lineup there guys, we saw Iñaki Pena starting in the goals and the likes of Hector Bellerin on the right there guys. And now looking at the situation, especially in the middle center back, we know that Araujo and Kunde started in this game, and I understand this because they want to Xavi wanted to get them ready for the game against Atletico, and which now the guys is gonna be making them match fit. So now looking at the situation, I can say he really did a good decision. And then Jordi Alba, he was on the left hand side, which now I think the likes of Jordi Alba, since we know that he got a red card in the game against Espanyol, there is a possibility that now he's gonna actually be not playing. So now I think Xavi there guys, he took a decision that he will play Jordi Alba and then Alejandro Balde, then he will play in those league games. So now tell me what you think about that decision. And yes, now when you look at the situation about in that midfielder there guys, in the middle, I think he did good. He did very well with that lineup, especially with resting players, because we know that the likes of Pedri, he's actually been playing a lot of minutes and he deserves to rest. So now, like he said also in the press conference, he deserves to rest. And now Pablo Torre, Busquets and Franck Kessié, which now that was a lineup there in the middle, now seeing the likes of Busquets as a pivot. Now Pablo Torre is one of the players that we're still going to be talking about because he really did a very great job. He played very well. And yes, now looking at the situation, I can say in that midfielder, I think he really did very well. Franck Kessié, I think he played fairly well. I think he's one of the players that also stood out, and we're still going to be sharing with you the thoughts on that. And now also looking at the upfront, no Lewandowski. Now Xavi had to make a plan, and Ferran Torres was one of the plan, and Depay together with Dembele Dembouz, which now we know that Ferran Torres was taking on that number 9, and also Depay was actually exchanging together with the likes of Dembele with those flank positions. But now when you're looking at the game, the way things went, we saw the likes of Barcelona actually scoring in the early minutes of the game, and which now that I thought maybe they will be starting to score even more. So, but 1-0, it was the only goal coming from Araujo with a very great assist from the corner that was actually kicked by the likes of Pablo Torre. And now that was a very great assist because the effort of Araujo heading that ball, it really showed the hunger out of him. So this is what we always say about Araujo. He's playing for the team. And also Torre, the way he was playing, he was enjoying. You could see him, the way he was dribbling, turning around with the players, the way he was playing. Pablo Torre, I must say he played very, very well. So it was a great performance coming from him. Yes, he was substituted, but I must say he was actually one of the players that I can say they played fairly well. And then now also looking at the situation there, guys, in the second half, Barcelona started to show its weakness, especially there at the back in the defense. We saw Barcelona scoring, but before we actually started to score, we saw the Intercity draw 1-1, and this was actually in the 60th minute. And the situation now started to be even more intense, as now we've seen that Intercity now immediately we scored the second goal. They came back also, they scored the second goal. Then they kept on drawing until Oriol made it 3-3, as we actually had to see now there is game going into the extra time. So we saw this game going into the extra time with the hat-trick coming from Oriol Soldevila, and we know that Dembele, he scored in this game, and Raphinha also scored together with that first half goal coming from Araujo, which now that made it 3-3 before the 90th minute. But now going into the extra time, Mr. Ansu Fati grabbed the goal in the 103 minutes as we go into this extra time. But yes, it was very disappointing to see us actually going into the extra time with this team, and I really thought we can actually impress and play better before we can even get to this far. So now, and the situation there, guys, and with everything being said, the players that are actually impressed in this game, I will say the likes of Pablo Torre. This young man, I think, is one of the players that we need to give him minutes. That's the first thing, because he's gonna be frustrated, and then he will end up leaving, and we're gonna be pointing at him saying he once played for Barcelona, and is one of those players that I think can change the game. So to rest the likes of Pedri, we need Pablo Torre in the game, and also we compliment him, even if we don't play him for the whole 90 minutes. But I think he's one of those players that we really need to give him a chance, and we know he can. I think he can do better, and Xavi can really bring the best out of this player, and I think we really need to give it to him. He played very well in that game, and he was so relaxed and enjoying the football, so which is what we want. And now going forward, Franck Kessié, I can say Franck Kessié, guys, he was a quality midfielder that we know, because for him to end up even joining Barcelona is because of his quality. Yes, he was struggling with the injuries, but now this time around, I think he did very well. So he was looking for spaces, protecting the ball well, passing the ball around, and his quality, guys, it was brilliant. I think the way he played, like I said in the match preview, he deserves better, and he can actually do better. So he did that, and I must say, I really enjoyed the way he played. And then the third player that I think he really stood out in this game, Raphinha. And we can say Raphinha, he did very, very well, because he came as a substitute, but the changes that he made, he did very well, because he ended up scoring and also assisting in this game, as he assisted the likes of Ansu Fati during that fourth goal. This one will give him a great boost and in confidence, and I think, guys, he really did well for himself and for the team, because he needed this. We know that Raphinha, he was criticized recently, and also that Barcelona had rumors that they want to actually chase him out, and we know there's so many things that going on in Barcelona. So right now, the guys, we have it now that he helped Barcelona to go through by assisting and scoring from a bench. So he was more like a super sub, which now the guys, we need this kind of effort when you are given a chance. So now tell me what you think about Raphinha's performance, Franck Kessié's performance, and Pablo Torre's performance, which those three players, they stood out for me. And I must say, guys, congratulations to Ansu Fati, because he scored, and this is after a very long time. he's been struggling to score, and we said in the match preview that we wish he can really score and build confidence, and we know he's capable of scoring. He scored a very great goal with an assist coming from Raphinha there, and he finished that brilliantly from the middle of the 18 areas. So now, yes, share with me your thoughts, and share with me what do you think about this game. And also, please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I'll see you in the next video. Thank you for your support. Thank you, and bye-bye.